A startling number of American children in danger of starving. The Supreme Court changes its stand on coerced confessions. And President Bush backs off warnings to Iraq. This is the CBS Evening News. Dan Rather reporting. Good evening. 1 out of 8 American children under the age of 12 is going hungry tonight. That is the finding of a new 2-year study. John Blackstone reports on the young face of need in America.
Every day, children who don't get enough to eat come in sick to the health clinic in Orange Cove, California. It's a scene repeated across the country.
They can't afford to buy the proper nutrition that the babies need. John, look at this kid. He's already 22 months. He should be bigger and a lot fatter than that.
The new estimate shows 5.5 million children under 12 in the United States don't get enough to eat, and 6 million more are at risk of going hungry.
A hungry child cannot learn. A hungry child incurs higher medical and educational costs, and ultimately is a less productive member of society.
The estimates are based on a study of more than 2,000 low-income families and show that hunger is present and growing amidst America's wealth.
I think it's fair to say that hungry children in this land of plenty is the ultimate obscenity.
And hunger in Orange Cove is at the least a bitter irony. The town of 5,000 sits in the heart of California's rich Central Valley. The people who live here help produce much of the nation's food, but often they can't feed their own children.
Well, it's totally shocking. We're in the food basket of the world, right here, and people don't have any food. We can't understand that. Nobody can understand it.
For those on low incomes, putting food on the table is always a challenge, but in Orange Cove right now, it's harder than ever. A freak December freeze destroyed the orange crop and wiped out most jobs here. Emerita Meza, 24, and expecting her 3rd child, sent her 2 sons to live with their grandparents in Mexico.
Because we don't have any work. There's no work. She couldn't feed her children.
Juanita Ramirez administers the WIC program for food assistance to pregnant women, infants, and children. A program that once helped children until they reached 4 or 5, now helps feed only the youngest.
They've told me that they qualify, and I have to turn them down.
California's Governor Pete Wilson visited a food bank near Orange Cove today. He called for more emergency aid. But the national study shows that America's hungry children need dependable programs to keep them healthy. John Blackstone, CBS News, Orange Cove, California.
The U.S. Supreme Court today made a major shift. This shift limits the long-held rights of citizens accused of crimes. The justices ruled that a forced confession by police no longer means a conviction has to be thrown out. CBS News law correspondent Rita Braver has our report.
In a strange twist, the U.S. Supreme Court today overturned the murder conviction of Oreste Fulminante because it was based on a coerced confession. But the court also used his case to say for the first time that some similar convictions can stand.
It changes it in a major way. In the past, the rule was quite simple. A coerced confession doesn't come into a trial, period.
Fulminante was found guilty of killing his 11-year-old stepdaughter in Mesa, Arizona. Police could not link him to the brutal murder until he ended up in a New York prison on another charge. There, Fulminante was tricked by another prisoner working as an FBI informant into confessing to the little girl's murder. Today, the Supreme Court threw out Fulminante's conviction, saying that the coerced confession was the only evidence that could have convicted him. But a sharply divided court, in an opinion by Chief Justice William Rehnquist, said that similar convictions can stand if the trial also includes the use of other convincing evidence. Conservatives welcomed the new ruling.
We think that society should not be punished for mere technicalities that are committed during the trial proceedings.
The balance in the 5-4 case was tilted by David Souter, the newest Supreme Court justice. The opposition, led by Justice Byron White, said the use of coerced confessions violates the Constitution's basic protection against